Welcome back, folks. This is the video number 3, and in this video, we will talk about the print layout. And after today's class, you will be able to do the activity 3.3. In the last video, we talked about the spreadsheet formatting, and in that one, we were given some raw data, and then we applied some formatting onto that, and we were able to convert it into more presentable form. So if you can recall, these numbers were in just placed there, and then we converted it into more presentable form. How we did that? Just by right clicking, and then we went on to the format cells, and then a new window opened up, and there are various tools. We use these various tools to make the data look more presentable. So that's what we did in the video number 2. Now in video number 3, we will talk about how to take the print. If I look into this data, the data given to me is in very well organized form, but now I wanted to put it onto a hard copy. So I will click onto the Control P. As soon as I press the Control P, I can clearly see that this data doesn't look very organized onto the hard copy. And then if I go on to the page number 2, again, not very organized. And same story goes for page number 3, 4, and 5. Now, the challenge is how we can make it more presentable in a hard copy format. So we can take a print of it. Now, the first thing I need to do is I will go on to the view. So under the view tab, I will click onto the page break preview. As soon as I click onto the page break preview, I can see these dotted lines, these vertical and horizontal dotted lines. I can move them around to set the page width, and I can move this towards the left hand side, and then this other horizontal line in the upward direction, and it's gonna set it up a little better, but still I can clearly see I do not get the page number, this whole data onto the page number 3, and I cannot get this data onto the page number 5. One way of doing that is I can move around the graph from here to the other page. That's one way of doing it, but there is another way of doing it where we can customize the size of the page, and that's what we're going to learn in our today's class. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the little bit of a brush ups, because this is an exact exercise which I've taken from the activity. So I'm not going to complete it, but I'm going to give you guys enough hints so that you will be able to finish this activity. Hey, let's dive into it. So I'm gonna uh, click onto the page layout. As soon as I click onto the page layout, I wanted to go onto the print area. I cannot go onto the print area. Why? Because I haven't selected any section. Now I'll try to select some section. Now, if I try to select this section, I can clearly see this. It's just not allowing me to select the section. There is a text here, so I have to format this also. So what I will do is I will again go to back to the view tab and remove this page break preview, go back to the normal, and here I will move it a little bit towards the right hand side. As soon as I move it towards the right hand side, now I can select this A1 section. As soon as I can select the A1 section, you will find that this print area thing has now switched on. Now I can set the print area. It's asking me which area you wanted to set. Now, before I set the print area, I'll again go back to the view section and switch and click onto the page break preview. Now, because I've already selected this area, I can move this around. Now I can select the area which I wanted to be print. Now, as soon as I move towards the right hand side, one column to the right hand side, it's selecting all the columns from A to H. It's just not selecting halfway through. Why? Because there is a text involved in this case. So I have to again go back and fix this problem. So how can I fix this problem? I will again go back to the normal view. And now in this one, I will remove the text. I can reduce the text size. This is one way of doing it. But what I will do is I'll remove it. I'll remove this line also. And then I will try and type in here. See, I can clearly see all these cells have been merged, and I have to first of all unmerge this cell. So I'll click onto the home, and unmerge these cells. So I will home. So it's not allowing me to unmerge somehow. Let's look into it again. And now it's allowing me. So unmerge the cells. So the cells have been unmerged, and I only want to merge the cells from B to E. So I will click up from B to E. Now home, again merge the cells. Now I can put whatever I wanted to do in this section. So monthly household budget. Okay. And the size you can change also for this one, depending upon how you wanted to keep it. All right, so this was about fixing up some of the settings. Now let's see whether we can customize the print or not. So again, I'll go back to the view, page break preview, and then I will select one section. I've selected the one section. I'm going to select this complete section. This is what I wanted to put as the page number 1. So I've selected this area, page layout, and print section area, set print area. So now I've selected the page number 1. And after this, I can select some other pages also, whatever I wanted to see on the page number 2 and 3 and so on and so forth. So I wanted to see this section on the page number 2. So I'll select this one. So I've selected all this, whatever I wanted to see on the page number 2, select this one and page layout again, print area, and then add to the print area. So this is page number. It's showing me as the page number 2 and 3, but I can always fix this one. How? If you see this horizontal line, I will move it in the downward direction. So everything will be on the page number 2 now. Okay. So if there are 2 pages, you can go back and convert it into the one page. Now, if I wanted to see this particular section on page number 3, so I'll select this area for the page number 3. If I want all of this on page 3, I can select all of this on page 3 also. But right now I want only this section on page 3. Select the area, page layout, and then add to the print area. So this becomes page 3, and then so on and so forth. This remaining section, you can mark it as page number 4. From here to, well, if I wanted to mark this as page 4, and then page layout and print area, and add to the print area. So page number 5, and then you can select this section as page 6. I'm going to select this area. So I've selected this area, and then page layout again, and then print area, add to the print area. So see, I've been able to define my area. So I've been able to customize my areas this way. And now I'm going to try and see how does it look onto the hard copy. So Control P. Again, it looks a little better, but still a little bit more needs to be done on this one. And what we can do about it. Again, page 2, 3, 4, page 4. What's on page number 3? Page 4, there's nothing on page 4, so we have to inspect about it. And page 5, there is a lot in the page 5. And then page 6, again, this is what's on the page number 6. Now, before I go on to this one, I need to see what's going on with the page number 4. So you can find there must be something I might have selected which is going as a page number 4. See, I think this horizontal line is creating a bit of problem. No, this is page number 4. Here it goes. So that's what the system is taking as page number 4. I need to remove that as a page number 4. I can move this a little bit towards the left hand side. Now this becomes page 4. Okay. So that's how you can fix if there is any problem. All right, now again, go back to the print layout. And now I wanted to make it a little more presentable. How can I do that? I will go to the page setup. Under the page setup, I can go to the margins, and in the margins, I can make it horizontally centered and vertically centered if I wanted to. Right now, I'm only gonna do horizontally centered for the sake of our work. It horizontally centered. Now I'm going to also look into the header and footer. So if I see there is no page number on this one, I can add the page numbers in the header and footer and also the some other things too. So customize the header and footer. Again, I'll go to the customize header, and down here it tells me if I wanted to insert the page number, and I will click onto this one. It says page number, whatever the page number of how many pages. So this will tell you of how many pages it is. And then down here, if I wanted to put the current, insert the time or the insert the date, I can insert the date. I'll only keep the date, press OK. And I can put the path under the footer also, customize. And then I can put the path right into the middle. This is where the path will be. So this looks better now. All right, and if I wanted to add the picture also, I can add the picture to customize footer. You can click onto this one and insert the picture. And if you wanted to search a picture from internet, click onto this one, and then some pictures will pop up. Let's say I wanted to add the apple, press OK. And I wanted to add this apple, insert, and the apple will add up, and I've added into the left hand section, so it's going to show on the left hand section. Press OK. Before I press OK, if you see, as soon as I inserted the picture, this dialog box got I can access this dialog box. Before this, I wasn't able to access the this dialog box. Now I can format the picture. I can reduce the size of the picture from here if I wanted to. Otherwise, the picture size may be really big. So 2 by 2, maybe that's what I wanted to do. Press OK, press OK, and press OK. Let's see how does this picture look. This is pretty okay. So I've added the picture into my work too. All right, so that's how you can apply the different formattings. Another thing which I wanted to talk about uh, in the page setup formattings is the page also. So if you wanted to increase the size of your data, so this looks a little smaller, you can increase the size of it. Maybe you wanted to keep it to 130, so it will pop up a little more compared to where it was. Press OK, and see it popped up. And then let's see if I'm missing something out of this. This is portrayal and landscape. Whatever mode you wanted to keep into, you can keep into that mode. And then the final thing, the sheet. This is a really cool thing. In this one, let's say if I wanted to add something onto the top of the page, and I wanted to only write it once, and then I want it to be printed on all the pages. For example, if I see onto the page number 1, here there was written monthly household budget, and I want to see this monthly household budget on all the pages. What can I do about it? So what I'm going to do is I will go back, and then monthly household budget. I will from here, I will go to the page layout and then select this one, and then I'll go to the sheet. Now this section has opened up. When I went to the control P, this section didn't open up. Now it opened up. I want what you want on top of all your pages. It says I want this first row onto the top of all my pages. So select here, and this is what I want. And the beauty of this one, or the tricky part about this one, is that it will only appear up on the vertical pages. So the page number 1 and page number 2. It will not appear up onto the page number 3. If I want to make it appear up onto the page number 3, I have to put the same thing here also. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. If I go to the print preview, and if I see monthly household budget on page number 2, and it will appear up onto the page number 1 and 2 both. Now on page number 3, it won't appear up, maybe because I think it went downwards, but surely not onto the page number 4. And I can tell you why it appeared up on the page number 3, because this is down here. It changed to the page number 4. Page number 3 got lost somewhere here. That's where, so I can fix it. So now it won't even show on page number 3 because this is page number 3 here. Anyhow, now I wanted to show this thing on to page number 3 and 4 also. So I will have to copy paste whatever is down here onto this, onto the other side also. Copy, and I will put it here, Control V, and it will start appearing up onto the page number 3 also. So again, I will go back now. I will go to the page layout, and then click on this arrow and sheet, one-on-one, print preview, and let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, on the fourth one also. Maybe not on the fifth. I don't think so. It is on the fifth, then fifth must be in the downward direction, but surely not onto the sixth one. And I can see why it has appeared onto the fifth, because the fifth is here. So I can remove it also. So that's my page number 4. So hopefully you were able to understand how to select the print preview, because this exercise can be a little tricky. I haven't done the complete exercise. I've given you enough information so that you can organize this at your end. And yeah, so I'll give you a little bit of a recall about this. The main thing while solving this exercise is go to the view section, and under the view, make sure you click onto the page break preview. As soon as you click onto the page break preview, it will give you the options how the page, it will show you how the pages are broken, and then you will click onto the page layout, and you will select the area, and then you can keep on adding to the print areas, and then can perform the activity. So hopefully you were able to understand whatever we talked about in today's class. I'll see you guys with another video. Till then, goodbye.